Alright, so you read the title, and you're correct. Pandora is going to get a recode, so that's why I'm going to be making this video. I'm going to talk about some things, and I want to look back at this video and be able to see the differences when the recode has come out, and maybe give the devs, if they actually watch this video eventually, some suggestions or just points that they didn't really look at before watching this video, you know? The cheat was one of my favorite cheats to use, and considering that the cheat will be getting a recode, I'm going to look back at some of the things that were good, some of the things that were bad, and maybe some suggestions here and there, and generally just talk about how the cheat was and how the menu looks and stuff like that. So that's just what we're going to be looking at today. And this cheat has been out for a while. The first time I saw Pandora was in 2019 when two Swedish features were using it, Kberg and Para. They were both using it on the Brandtai's office server, and they were doing terribly, and I think that's back in the day when this shit was a supremacy based, actually. The cheat was private with under 300 users still to this day, even though it's out for such a long time and being so incredibly popular. I have to give the developers some credit to not getting overwhelmed and started, selling invites like they did on Nemesis or stuff like that. I'm just glad they stuck to what they were doing. Now some of the staff were selling invites. Not gonna say who, because I'm not really sure who, but they were definitely selling invites, and I'm a bit disappointed in the person who did it. But they weren't selling to the extent that Nemesis has been doing. And some people were still upset, and the staff that didn't sell invites were very disappointed. Regardless, I'm very surprised that they actually stuck to being just 3 digits below 500 so far, which is very good. Either way, this is what the menu looks like. You can turn the tab switch on and off. I think this is a generally clean look. Tabs are a bit messy and it gets a bit confusing sometimes because you forget where everything is. But generally, I think the menu is okay. It looks really clean. It feels really nice. It scrolls nicely. There's everything you gotta know, I guess. It's a menu, of course, that's what it is. And we're gonna go into the Misc tab, and off the bat, it's not the most feature rich Misc tab. It's kinda, the average what you get. There's no strake speed that you can change, sadly, but there is auto accept, there's latency adjustments, which is, well, I'm pretty sure that's just extended backtracking. But either way, clan tag spammer, of course. Clan tag looks like this, Pandora, and you can see this is not the correct because I have my username and my sub. Ragebot indicators, these are just the regular indicators, and notifications is just what logs up there. So it's what you get. And heading into the skins tab, the skins tab is very much like onetap's. It's not good. I think it has a lot of customizability, but generally it's not very great. It's a bit buggy, sadly, but all in all, I guess it works. And if you can get knives, you can get gloves, which is kind of the whole point of it, right? You can get, of course, the other weapons, but it's not huge. It's not a huge deal. Now heading into the Legitbot. Now the Legitbot is terrible. Keep in mind this is one of my favorite cheats, so as a legit player sometimes I think the Legitbot definitely needs some work, but they never bothered caring because the cheat was VAG detected and they never cared to make it bypass VAG. That's all I gotta say. There's not much to show here. When we see your average confusing legit tab, I guess. But heading into the visuals are probably one of the greatest visuals to exist. Maybe that's a stretch, but I feel like the Pandora visuals were much like Nemesis, but the fact that there's so much customizability and like features that you would see in Lua's inside of the cheat actually show up, and you're gonna be seeing a bunch of pictures or videos or clips or whatever of me and my several configs that all have different visuals, but all of them were in the cheat and they're not Lua's. So there's a lot of customizability, and I love the visuals. There's custom hit sounds, there's a weather controller, you know, it's everything that can make your visuals look okay, they have it. And there's a lot of customizability. The config system is great. See, it has a confirmation whenever you try to save, but the bad part is that it stays there if you go to a different so it's pretty buggy, but it's a confirmation, which is good after all. There is this which means you cannot stretch this out, because if I do this and try to do this, you can see that I can do whatever I want and just, you know, generally make it look the way that I want it to. Yeah, I don't remember what I had, but maybe something like that, I guess. Now heading into the Ragebot, I'm just gonna give a quick rating here of the Ragebot, and I'd say it was pretty decent. It was definitely not amazing, definitely not great. The developers knew this and they tried really hard to actually make this work, and you know they didn't paste anything because they were really frustrated when things didn't go as they wanted to, and they took a lot of time to make the updates. You could see the improvement in their code. One example is going to be the double tap here, and the double tap, they tried really hard to make the double tap work. It did not work as they wanted it to. And if I gotta be honest, I wanted them to just paste the Nemesis double tap. Neverlose did it, and that cheat still turned out to be perfect, right? Not exactly perfect, but you know, it turned out okay. No one really cares about the fact that it's pasted, but like if Pandora just took the Nemesis double tap, it would just be so much better, because Nemesis has like the best double tap out of every cheat so far, even though it's completely dead. So if they just took the Nemesis double tap, added it in here, instead of trying so hard to make it look or be good, this would probably be like a 9 out of 10 Ragebot, minus the auto wall issues, of course. And heading into the anti-aim. The anti-aim is nothing special. You know, it has decent like this, so you can make some anti-brute force stuff. It has something like this, so you can control whether you want to peek. Infinite stamina, of course, fake duck, stop motion, whatever. Fake lag. Fake lag is somewhat like onetap's v3. Fake lag. It's pretty basic. It has the conditions, the type, the triggers. And all in all, I must say that Pandora was one of my favorite cheats to ever use. And the cheat was also very buggy though. But other than that, it felt amazing to use. And I'm going to show you one of the quicker bugs here. Enabled. None of it is... And then you put on glow, and what is this, dude? The hell? Whatever. The cheat had many bugs, and I'm not gonna get into it because it's closing down, of course. Not really, it's being recoded. But it did close down, and I have nothing to really talk about it because they already know that there's many bugs. And I can't be bothered looking through them all. Except for the crucial ones that I already mentioned. But general rating, I think Pandora is definitely... It has a lot of potential, okay? This cheat improved a lot ever since I last got it, and I'm glad to see the improvement because I love the community and I love the developers. The developers are really funny, the staff is okay, apart from the invite selling. I'm not gonna mention who, but there were definitely invite selling going on. That's kind of just what happens, right? So yeah, that's my my review. The quick general view here. Visuals, they're pretty great. I love the visuals. Everything about it is working perfectly, and the customizability is amazing. Misc tab, you know, you could use them more, but for what it is, it's definitely great. Legitbot, not that great at all. They never cared about it because they didn't care about bypassing back either. Ragebot, they really tried to make it work, but ever since the crack, they haven't really cared that much either. And it might be better on the Recode. I hope to God that they paste the Nemesis double tap, okay? Because they tried so hard to make the double tap work, and it just didn't. And I'm not even trying to trash talk the developers or anything, but just take the Nemesis double tap, spare your brain cells, spare your chromosomes, like just spare all of the work and the time and just make something work with the Nemesis double tap, because I can't be bothered using the double tap that it already has if it's gonna be in the Recode. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And comment your thoughts. Are you a crack user? How do you feel about the crack? Is the Pandora crack working for you? Is it hitting P? I don't know. I don't use cracks. But either way, hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys soon.